Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Midwife Sally. On this channel, we talk about pregnancy, labor and delivery. We have an online pregnancy class. We also have Sally's tips for expectant moms as well. Yes, so today we are going to answer a question that a mom asked me. Okay, so we are going to straight to the point. I still have Madam Lizzie from Pam Pam Polyclinic. I'm really at their facility right now, so this is their facility. Yeah, so welcome, Auntie Lizzie.
Thank you.
Okay, so it's nice to have you here on the show.
Yes.
The question today is that a lady sent me a message asking that she's 31 weeks pregnant. She's 31 weeks, but her tummy looks very small. And is there any concern about that? 31 weeks, she feels her tummy is small. So what do you say about that?
Okay, thank you very much. For 31 weeks pregnancy, we normally, as she's saying, she has a concern with her tummy being very small. I can't tell how big or small because normally we measure. So if you measure for a 31-week pregnancy, we're expecting that when you measure, it should be about 29 centimeters or 33 centimeters. So if it is something which falls short of that, then we may normally say the baby may not be growing very well. So there it's a concern we need to investigate. At times it may be that the baby is not growing well or the fluid around the baby is small.
Okay.
So it's a concern which needs to be addressed.
Okay, so it means that, just like she said, her tummy is small. It's not about just using your eyes to look at it and assume that it is small.
Yes.
Okay.
We need to come to the facility. We will measure and see. Maybe to you it looks small as compared to other people. If, let's say, I had a very flat tummy before pregnancy and now I'm pregnant 31 weeks, fine. Maybe to me, as compared to somebody who had a big tummy before pregnancy, hers may be protruding more. So I may feel, oh, we are all 31 weeks. How come mine is small? So you need to come to the hospital. We will do our assessment and see. Then there, if we are able to prove that truly it's smaller for the gestational age, we will do further investigations like the scans and the others to really find out what the problem is and address it accordingly.
Yeah, so with that being said, let me ask this question. Does having a big abdomen mean that everything is fine with your tummy?
No, it doesn't mean that. Normally when you are pregnant, it is your uterus which grows. It is not your abdomen which grows. So when you come to the hospitals, normally at the antenatal clinics, you have your midwife ask you to lie down. Then they try to palpate where the uterus has grown to. At times you may see people with very big abdomens, but when you measure it may be 20. So it tells you such a person may have a lot of muscles or fats around there already before the pregnancy. So we are not looking at the tummy size, it's the uterine size we are looking at, and we do that measurement.
So that's a very important point. So we are looking at the uterine size, not the abdomen
itself.
Because it can be fat, it can be fluid, it can be just any other thing. And is it okay for women to compare their tummies?
No, please. We are different individuals and everybody's physique is different. So we plead as much as possible, we don't compare. But once you start doing that, you put undue pressure on yourself. For all you know, nothing is wrong with you. You are absolutely fine. But you are looking at this other woman and she has a big abdomen. Hey, why are we all 7 months pregnant and hers is big and mine is small? Maybe naturally your family, you are smallish. And this family is from where they have big, they are big. So you see here, her tummy is big. Baby might be big or baby might even be small depending on her tummy before the pregnancy. So we advise, please don't be comparing. If you have issues, your best person to talk to is your midwife. She will give you the best answer than your other colleagues you are comparing with.
Yeah, so with that said, let me share a story. So in a class, I was teaching like mothers, and there were two friends. They were pregnant the same time, 6 months.
Okay.
And one was complaining bitterly, like she thought there was a problem with her pregnancy.
Okay.
But her other colleague had like a protruding abdomen, it was big enough. Not knowing, they are very close, but her friend never told her she was carrying twins. Yeah, so you don't have to go around, as she said, comparing your tummy. You may never know.
No.
Okay, and as she said, having a big abdomen does not mean that everything is okay. And sometimes you think that your abdomen is small, but everything could be okay. So it all depends on your uterine measurement.
Yes, please.
Your measurement. Okay. Yes. So that being said, what advice would you give to women in general, like when it comes to the size of their abdomen?
So advice we'll give to women in general is that there are instances where you realize your tummy is growing abnormally. Let's say when I was 5, 6, 7, I know my tummy was around my umbilicus. Then after some month or two, I realized it has dropped. That should be of a concern to you, because in that case it means something is going on you are not aware of. Well, ideally we expect your babies to grow and your abdomen grows accordingly. So when you come and maybe initially your abdomen was 28 and you were 30 weeks pregnant by then, you come at 34 weeks and your abdomen is around 28 centimeters, it should be of a concern to you. We need to do investigations. Is our baby growing normally? We have something we call intrauterine growth restriction. Maybe the baby is not growing as expected. Maybe certain things are not going on well. Baby is not getting enough nutrients or oxygen to grow. So you realize baby is not growing as they should grow. So that should be a concern to you as a woman in labor. The same thing, or a pregnant woman. The same thing when you have a mother with a very big abdomen. Maybe you are 20 weeks. But your abdomen is way above your umbilicus. It's growing very big. It should still be of a concern. It could be that baby is very big. And if a baby is very big, we know the implications. You may not be able to deliver yourself. We may do cesarean sections or other interventions might come into play. So we should be concerned when our abdomens are growing too big or it is growing too small. At times when it is growing too big, maybe it's a twin, as she said, and we have not diagnosed. Other investigations will diagnose it. Maybe it is even the fluid around your baby which is too much. So you realize your abdomen is very big and you go about saying, "Me want for I will give birth to twins." Maybe it is a boy, that's why it's very big. But in actual sense, there are conditions which may lead to this. So when we see such things, your midwives may notice it. That's why it's important our antenatal care is regular. So such things can be picked up easily by the midwives and they'll work on them. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah, so finally, I would want to say, if your midwife, sometimes they'll call you, "My tummy is small, my tummy is small," but you ask them, "Has your midwife complained?" The person is saying no. Your doctor complained, no. So should women be so anxious about this when your doctor hasn't told you that you have a small for dates or you have a big abdomen?
Please, our advice, please let's not be so concerned. At times it is good. Your curiosity at times helps. Maybe it was an oversight, which normally doesn't happen. So when you see something like that, once you're able to confront your doctor or your midwife, they do the assessment and they tell you you are fine. Please be rest assured you are fine and you go through your pregnancy without any complications. However, if they tell you there is a problem, they are also there to support you go through it. But at times some conditions we have in our pregnancy, maybe if you have high BP in pregnancy, if you take in alcohol, at times we are not even eating well, it has effect on the baby growing in there.
Okay, thank you. So it means that self-care is very important.
Yes.
And then working together with your doctor or midwife. Don't just be at home saying my abdomen is small. You need to understand like things that she said, your uterine size, which founder height and all that. Yes, that's why it's important that you also subscribe to an online pregnancy class or you go for antenatal class in your hospital. I know you do some here.
Yes, please.
Yes, so if you're in Pampram, come to Pampram
Polyclinic.
They have, when do you do it?
From Mondays to Fridays.
You teach them every day?
No, antenatal clinics is from Monday to Fridays, but our pregnancy schools is on Tuesdays. It's the second Tuesday of every month.
Second Tuesday of every month. So if you live around Pampram, the Wanyang, try and then come back. They have a fantastic pregnancy class. Thank you. My name is Midwife Sally. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.